Picking up in the middle of Dido's speech at line 310 in book 4. So she started out sort of yelling at Aeneas, like, why are you trying to trick me? And she's saying, if Troy still stood, yeah, you would do that, but like, are you running away from me? And then she has this whole oath section where she uses all of these, like, by these tears, by your right hand, I beg you, by our marriage, by our begun marriages. Check the vocab on Hymenaios. Right? She's like, isn't it like anything of mine sweet to you? Take pity on the house, like, and your intention, like, if there's any place in you for prayers. I hope that you guys are feeling some pity for Dido in this section. Remember, she was forced to fall in love with Aeneas by Venus, and she really had no agency in this whole situation. Okay, picking up at line 320, because we are at 319. Note the te before the propter here to emphasize the you here, right? So she's like, because of you, the Libyan tribes and the leaders of the Nomos hate, like me, and the Tyrians are bitter. Because of the same you, my honor has been extinguished, and my earlier reputation, by which alone I was approaching the stars. For what do you, O guest/stranger, since this name alone remains from my husband? For what do you, stranger, for you, desert me about to die? Why do I delay, like, from dying? Like, or, like, am I waiting, like, while my brother Pygmalion, like, for my brother Pygmalion destroys my walls, and Gaetulian Yarbas, like, takes me having been seized? At least if there had been some progeny, like, undertaken for me from you before flight, if there were any, like, little Aeneas, if, any little Aeneas would play in my hall for me, the sort of child who would still recall you in his face, I would not seem indeed so entirely taken and deserted. In the notes in your textbook, they note that this parvulus here, this is called a diminutive adjective. This is the only time in the entire Aeneid that Virgil uses a diminutive adjective, I think, to show sort of how, like, really sad Dido has become as she begs Aeneas, please don't leave me. Don't you remember anything? Like, I've given up so much for you. All right.